Closed captioning for the Casey Malone Show is sponsored by Hunter Stevens Land Title Agency. Integrity, service, and commitment you can trust.
Oh yeah, Casey Malone is serving up local. It's time for the stories of our region, the tastes, the sights, the sounds, and the people in and around the valley. Get ready for some local flavor on the Casey Malone Show.
Today, the Stanton family joins me to prepare Mary's sausage and rice. I love this dish. If your relationship needs a little zhuzh, try Sassy Sensations. But first, the Chili Open and Arctic Plunge. Well, today is the Chili Open, and this is the first time that I can remember that we had this great snow. Yeah. Where you could actually see the wacky colored balls. And I mean, this was the whole point of it. Dan Dahl is one of the chairs, and you know, I know there's been a revival with the Chili Open. How did you bring people back to, you know, really coming out and supporting this event again?
Well, in its origin, it was such a success, and then it kind of fell by the wayside over the years, and we had incorporated some different events into it, and we really had a push in the club to say we need to bring this back and get the most out of it, because it is such an unusual and great event for the Valley. So we teamed up with YTV this year to get a good push along with the Chili Plunge, which we added this year as well. So.
Yeah, now what is that about? Is it going to be like the polar bear plunge?
It is. Instead of going out and coming back, you're actually going to cross. So we have one of the ponds here at Bedford that we broke the ice all up, and it ranges anywhere from 2 to about 5.5 feet deep, so depending on how wet you want to get. But yeah, they're going to start on one side and they're able to cross the pond.
Is there an incentive? What is, like, if you do this, is there a reward?
Well, depending on how much you raise. So there was a couple different levels of sponsorship where somebody could have, just the plunge was $50. And then if you raised over $125, you kind of go out and get sponsors for it. You actually get the Chili Open branded hat for that. So
wow, really?
Yeah.
So you that's your reward for hypothermia.
That's correct. And you get to support great local charities, right?
Now, Jim Klepper has been involved with Poland Rotary for quite a while. First president in '84.
That's right.
And you started this event, the Chili Open,
I didn't, but our group
did.
Right, and it kind of passed all around.
Where did the idea come from, golfing in the middle of the winter?
It came from the Akron area. A group started on a frozen lake over there. A guy by the name of Nelson Gustafson, who passed away last year.
I know Nels. He was on my parade committee. Exactly. I love Nels, yes.
Exactly. And he was the one that went over and saw it, and he told us about it, and that's how it got going.
And I mean, it really is a big event. You know, I mean, it really is. It's so odd and it's so different. And is it one of your major fundraisers for the Rotary?
Absolutely, yeah. That, and we now have a night at the races that we kind of combined with it about 2 weeks ago. And between the two of them, absolutely, that's our major fundraiser.
And, you know, I know there's always an ebb and a flow.
Right.
And, you know, this has really started picking up momentum again.
Again, yeah. We had some sparse years, but it's starting to do well. We're going to have a polar plunge here today.
Are you going to take part?
No.
I mean, that's insane.
I've retired my Speedo.
Now, Todd Larson is out here with his group of buddies, and this is your first time doing the Chili Open. Why did you guys think this was a good idea?
We thought the weather was good.
It has been pretty warm.
Yeah, but you know, we're just here to support charity and have a little fun.
And are you a golfer?
Yes.
So I don't you think this is going to kind of impede your
game?
Your game?
Yeah, absolutely.
And are there prizes for golfing?
Yes.
Like, what do you guys get? Like, if you get the lowest score, what do you get?
I'm not sure
Pride.
what the prizes are. Yeah.
We all need that, don't we? So how is it, like par 3? How is this working?
Not sure yet. We got to follow the map. We're hitting this. I don't look like we're going to be going too far with these clubs.
Okay, now the two courses are Arctic and Tundra. Yeah. And you guys are going to take, which course are we on?
We're going to take the Tundra
course. All right, can I watch you guys tee off?
Absolutely.
And guess what?
I would stand back, though.
Todd might do the polar plunge at noon.
At noon?
That's
today?
Today.
Oh, my.
What is that, a 2-iron? a pitching wedge. Uh-oh, that little left.
I see it.
Pretty good. I don't know. The other one was really shaking it pretty good.
Oh, look at there.
Nice.
You got a bounce.
Wow.
Arrow.
Oh,
Look at that.
So close.
You hit a little chunk of ice there.
Tell ya, I got to talk to the superintendent of this course. Tim Crow is one of the Rotarians, and you're on the committee.
Yep.
And you told me that you're going to take the polar plunge.
I'm jumping in the icy water today. That's it.
I think
It's my
that's
first time.
insane. Now, are you
No,
going to
it
be
probably
fully
is.
clothed?
No, we're gonna get into a swimsuit and t-shirt and and some shoes because it's kind of mucky at the bottom. But yeah.
Ugh. So you said that you were on Facebook and you raised over $1,000.
Yeah, we
for
raised
you to
about
take the plunge.
$1,000 for the plunge. We got about 5 or 6 Rotarians jumping in for the for charity, kind of all local charities. So yeah.
I
It's
think
an exciting day.
I mean, that is exciting. What do you think about this event?
Well,
are you going to golf?
I mean, this event's a great time. This is the 35th year for it. We've been, really put a lot into it this year. We've got a heck of a nice turnout already. Good start, and a lot of fun, a lot of food. And I'll probably go out and swat a ball and probably lose it. But
Well, the guys we were just with, they each had like 24 balls because they
Right.
do.
Yeah.
And
Well, it goes in the
what's
snow.
going to be your
You're not
color?
going to find
Green?
it. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Whatever. Just don't use white because you'll lose it
I
no matter where
know,
you put
and
it.
I think though the snow is perfect
It
because
is,
that's
it is.
really what this is based
Well,
on.
it's a crazy thought, golf in the snow, but that's the point of it. It's about coming out and having fun, and the golf is something to do while you're having fun, having laughs and drinks, and then jump in a lake.
The Casey Malone Show will be right back with more local flavor. I am here with Rude the Dude at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery, and they have a huge beer selection, but you have really upped your wine and, of course, your entree selection.
Yes, we did. We added about 30 new bottles of wine, also supporting some of our local wineries here. Wine on tap with Woolum Cellars and Hubbard. And then here we have, this is on our menu daily, our cedar plank salmon with our house-made blueberry salsa and vanilla porter barbecue sauce.
And that is just one of the many entrees that you can choose if you have your party over in the Wine and Spirits room. You can really select your menu, beer, wine, everything you want.
Yes, we customize your party to however you like it. We're actually starting to get booked up for graduations and weddings already for next year. This whole month's booked up, and it's a good place. Seats up to 150, and it's a good place to have a party.
That's right. Celebrate at the Magic Tree Pub and Eatery. Cheers!
The Big Tap In Beer, Cider, and Hard Seltzer Fest is April 25th at the Metroplex. Sample beverages from all over the world, plus local food, crafts, and entertainment. Proceeds benefit Project MKC. Tickets on sale now at BigTapIn.com.
Is it time to update your color style? RNS Paint will assist you with your choice of over 3,400 Benjamin Moore colors. Vibrant, durable, and easy to apply. Be current, be stylish. Shop RNS Paint.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Bernard. I've been giving the people of our valley free advice for over 30 years, and my message has never changed. If you're involved in a car, truck, or motorcycle accident, don't try to handle it yourself. Call a lawyer. A lawyer will be your representative, dealing with doctors, medical insurance, and all the red tape that you may face. Hiring a lawyer doesn't mean you'll end up in court, and remember, there are no upfront fees on personal injury cases.
That's good advice. Need a lawyer? Learn more at ElizabethBernardLaw.com.
Mayflower Woolum is your full-service, independent insurance agency. We work with several insurance companies to offer you choices for your insurance needs. We'll find the right product at the right price. Personal, business, farm, life, trust Mayflower Woolum. You focus on what's important, we'll take care of the details. Mayflower Woolum, close by with 3 locations to serve you.
Olli Brothers has a great choice of quality cheeses. We use our relationship with Old World Houses to specially select the product and then have it custom cut and packaged by our own local artisans. At Olli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Join the Isle Purple Cat family. Employment opportunities are available. Given is living.
Si hablas predominantemente español, te ayudaremos a aprender inglés. Ven a trabajar para nosotros.
Well, hi. Did you notice that we are not in my usual kitchen? We're not in my mom's kitchen. We're in Mary Stanton's kitchen, Mimi's mom. And it is just so funny how recipes just bring back so many memories.
They do.
You know, I mean, my grandma's stuff, my mom's stuff, and we were talking about this rice dish, and I can remember a big pot of it being on your stove.
Right, at the old house.
At the old house. And you know, they had 5 kids, and all these people stopping in, and it was just like this big pot of food, like, go and help yourself. And I loved it. It was sausage and rice and vegetables, and I always remember loving that dish. And,
right.
You know, it was, your mom made it quite a bit. And I was so happy you were able to find that.
Well, we were going through some of her things, and we found an old recipe box, and we found this, and we were able to decipher it. And actually, one of her friends' names was on the back, Donna Zordich, so it must have come from her. But this is just a throwback to when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
So we're going to go over the ingredients as Mary would have made it. But of course, everything can be switched out. You can add more vegetables. You cannot use pork sausage if you like. You'd want to use chicken or turkey sausage or
quinoa
instead of rice or brown rice. And but we're going whole hog, original recipe, and we'll get the ingredients next. For this recipe, you'll need 1 pound of loose Italian sausage, hot or sweet, 1 stick of unsalted butter, 1 cup of chopped bell pepper, 1 cup of chopped onion, 4 stalks of celery chopped, 2 envelopes of Lipton chicken noodle soup, 4.5 cups of water, 1 cup of long grain rice, and 1 8-ounce can of sliced mushrooms undrained. So since there's 2 of us, we're both gonna do the 2 steps at the same time, and we're gonna make quick work of this dish. So Meme, you are gonna do the sausage. We're gonna start with browning the sausage.
All right, here we go.
Okay? There you go.
All right.
And we'll just break it up.
I'll break it up.
Chunks. Now we're using hot Italian. So while you break that up, I am going to, the 4.5 cups of water have been boiling. So now I'm gonna add 2 packets of Lipton noodle soup. And then I'm also gonna add 1 cup of long grain rice. And then I just keep stirring this, and I'm gonna make Mimi do the rest of the work. So we're gonna take that out of there. I'll turn down the heat. But look at that, there is hardly any fat or grease left over.
So in goes the whole stick of butter.
The whole stick of butter.
Here
We're
we
going, hey, you know what? Go big or go home. So now, look at that. But you could add more vegetables if you want. I mean, I don't think it would hurt the dish, right?
Right. Or
red pepper.
I love red peppers. I would probably put red pepper.
And if you want more heat, you could add, you know, goat horn or block or some hot peppers to that. And celery. I love celery. Makes me think of Thanksgiving and like stuffing and stuff. Okay, so while you soften that, see, I'm just stirring the rice and the soup mix. But see?
Oh yeah, that's nice. Yeah, yeah.
Get that.
And then the mushrooms are, yeah, that's nice.
And then we'll add that.
The beautiful rice.
Meme, you're really, you know your way around the kitchen, let me tell you.
Yes, thank you.
Good. Okay, what do you think?
There we go.
So now we combine both of these, right? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. Look at all that goodness.
Wow. Yummy.
Looks good. I mean, this really comes together quickly. And the amount of food that it makes is amazing because the rice continues to expand once we add this. You know, it's not really done yet. We keep mixing it together. I'm gonna put this entire can of mushrooms, they're sliced, and the mushroom juice, excuse me, and then, oh my gosh. So then we're gonna continue to cook this probably for another 5 or 10 minutes until a lot of this liquid is absorbed by the rice. So we've assembled a few family members to make sure this recipe is good. Now see how it really turned creamier and it really blew up once, you know, the rice absorbed all the liquids. So Dancin and Isabella, Mimi's daughter. You guys gotta taste it. Tell me what you think.
All right.
Okay, let me know. Does this taste familiar? I think it's perfect.
Almost
thumbs up.
berries.
Almost. Exactly. I mean, you know.
I could change it.
Now, I've got
Very good.
a special homemade red, because I know you like the homemades. My buddy Joe Paisano, he and his brothers make this wine. So Joe Pie, we are going to do a cheers to you. Thank you for letting me invade your kitchen, Mr. Stanton. Thank you, Bella, for helping set everything up. Cheers to Mary. Go to my website. Ooh. It's bad luck if you don't drink after you toast, after you clink.
Oh, it's good.
Go to my website, caseysecondfeb.com. The recipe will be there, Mary's sausage and rice, and you are going to make this time and time again. It is absolutely delicious. Thank you, guys.
Oh,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
And you know what? You can email me if you like it. I would like to hear your comments, but if you don't like it, don't get in touch. All right. Cheers.
Take off with the Casey Malone Show. Woo-hoo!
The 42nd Annual Mahoning Valley St. Patrick's Day Parade is Sunday, March 15th. Enter your group, organization, or marching band at mvstpatrickparade.com.
To own a business where your name's on the window can be pretty cool. That's my family. My name is Danny Catullo, and I'm the owner of Catullo Prime Meats. My grandfather started the business in 1962. I was able to take our old style butcher shop and bring it out to the new age using e-commerce to get our products to more customers. When we started shipping, there was not a ton of information out there. That's where we really worked with FedEx so they could be able to help us with our perishable shipping. We were taking on new purchases that we never had to make before. Boxes, coolers, ice packs, anything that was involved around shipping. So we can no longer do this with the cash that we had on hand. So because of the Plum Card from American Express and all of its benefits, it was a natural fit to help grow our business. And when someone calls and lets you know that you made their dinner, that's satisfaction that you can't get anywhere else.
My basement was dreadful. Cracked concrete, chipped tiles, it was my dumping ground. Carpet, vinyl, wood don't last. Now I have Pebble Stone, the best basement floor covering, made with natural stone and the strongest man-made binder. Pebble Stone evened out my floor. Easy to clean, resists moisture, and withstands flooding. You will love your basement. Call locally owned Pebble Stone and receive 50% off. It's not just any stone, it's Pebble Stone.
Olli Brothers is way ahead of the competition. Check out Olli Spice World, where you can buy bulk herbs and spices, plus candies, nuts, and fillings for pennies on the dollar. At Olli Brothers Market, our family is in the store.
Here at Creekside Fitness and Health Center, we are focused on you, from cardio and strength equipment to classes and personal training.
Your all-inclusive membership gives you access to a full-size basketball court, pool, hot tub, sauna, and steam room. And over 60 classes per week are all included free with your membership.
Membership and personal training specials are happening now, so come experience life on the fit side at Creekside, your neighborhood gym.
When you walk into Komara Jewelers now, it's a completely different look. But it's also the same comfortable feeling that you get when you come in. There's more beautiful jewelry, more different designers to show you. You could really see how much we love our job and everything that we're able to offer to our customers.
So come to Komara Jewelers, still the same people, same family ethics, 70 years, just a brand new look. You won't be disappointed.
Get real, get Komara. Well, I think you're going to really enjoy this segment. We are at Sassy Sensations, and this is the owner, Vanessa. And Vanessa, I've been wanting to stop by your place for a while, and I thought, explained it pretty easily. You said this is really a store for relationship enhancement.
Exactly.
You know, because people don't know what these stores are all about, and you offer just so many things, from lingerie and clothing and, you know, oils and massages, but there's also like things for bachelors and bachelorette parties. I mean, you really cover a wide scope here.
One of the things I think I'm most thrilled about is when you come in, you're not going to be freaked out by the place. It's got a nice, warm boutique environment. So anybody that walks through that door, if they're brave enough, like you,
yes,
they're going to be
very brave.
You're very brave, but you're going to see it's not what maybe you think it's going to be.
Well, yeah, I think people get the wrong idea. They don't know what it's all about. And obviously, you know your stuff because you also have 2 stores in the Pittsburgh area.
Exactly.
How did this journey begin for you that you got into this business?
I started doing in-home parties in the beginning and helping ladies that were uptight like myself to experience a different variety of items.
And then, so the brick and mortar, why did you think that was a good transition from the direct marketing?
I think what happened was, it's like anything else. After you've been in business for so long of something, especially in-home parties, it gets like, I've been there, done that, I need something else.
Well, then I think you're reaching more people. You know, because more people, you can't go to everyone's home.
No, you can't.
I've got to ask you a couple questions about specific things. These shoes.
Okay.
You sell a lot of shoes.
Yes, we do.
Why? Now these, by my standard,
okay,
I know, that I don't look at this and think, oh my God, that is so sexy. But to many men and women, they find this to be a very sexy symbol, you know, a high platform shoe. Why do you think that is?
Well, for one thing, Case, it's an easier shoe to walk in. I know people don't believe me when I tell them, but if you had a traditional stiletto, that
would
is
be very painful.
That's a death trap. That's tough to walk on. But when you have something like this, it's an even shoe for the hill, and it's sexy. So if you got your leg coming up and you got your calf showing, your calf muscles, it's sexy.
So this is one of your favorite products,
yes, it is.
The Kama Sutra oils.
Love it. The oils, the powders, the massage creams, big fan of Kama Sutra.
And people need these. Why would they need these?
Because you're kind of just spicing it up in a different way through the senses, through smell, taste, visual. And so I'm going to give you an example of that because I love these little guys, the oil of love. So we're going to do the heel of the hand.
Okay.
So rub like this because that's a pulse point.
Okay.
You feeling the heat?
I am.
Okay. Now I want you to do haughty breath. Heat it up even more.
Okay.
Now look. Tell me what you think.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, you don't need it to get so hot that your arm's going to like burn up.
It's going to burn up. Matchsticks.
Now, did you like it? Try it. It's so good.
Oh, taste it.
Taste it. It's edible.
Oh my. So with the fetish, the black leather,
Okay.
the lace, how much do you attribute that to 50 Shades?
Oh, a huge part of that.
Have you really seen a lot more people come in because of 50 Shades of Grey?
50
I mean, that's
Shades,
been years.
50 Shades helped our industry, not just me, anybody that's in the business, because it made it more acceptable. So if somebody wanted to be more adventurous, they wanted to do stuff that was outside the conventional box, then it was okay. Those
like
folks made it okay. Like you had mentioned in the beginning, what kind of people come through that door?
Yeah,
when you're healthy,
like?
when you're healthy and you want to spice it up, maybe you're in a boring relationship and you're thinking, you know, if I get a sexy schoolgirl costume, for example, or I get a pair of those sexy shoes, maybe I can make things happen again. You get some Kama Sutra products. That's all well and good. But when somebody isn't healthy, we do a lot for that too. Over the years, we've gotten in with the MS Society, and because you got bladder control issues, prostate, fur pumps, we do a lot. So it's not, when you're healthy and you're like, hee, and we're having fun and the titillation of it, that's great, and I love helping everybody. But I also like helping the patients that they send in for therapy.
The Casey Malone Show is sponsored in part by Denise and John York and the DeBartolo Corporation.